What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh man, what the hell? Oh my God, we're back. Well, most of us anyway.
We are.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here for like a month. Where the hell have you been?
I've had shit going on.
Look. God, I kill Steve doing it the wrong way. Look, even wait, point the other way. Yeah, the other way. Look, even that Lemons had he's like, dude, really?
That right?
What the fuck?
I'm sure the What the Hellions are doing it too. Like, where's the episodes? What's going on? You guys said you're going to be more consistent. Well, life, people.
Well, yeah.
Lots of life going on. Not going to get into that into too much detail, but
I could go see if I can find TJ. I think he's over here in the utility closet.
he was talking about camping out in your basement as long as you provided him beer.
Yeah, see.
But
come on now, how do you not take that as a joke? The man was poking fun at my basement and something about living in a confined spaces, and I said, "Yeah, you're more than welcome to come here if I can fill in the hole after that." Like, what do you mean? Tell me how you feel. I'm like, come on, it was a joke.
The ribbing continues in the group text, even when we're not on video, guys.
That's what I mean. I have made several references to just how dry my sense of humor is. So
true. This is very true.
You had forewarning.
This is very true. You are dry sense of humor. You are humor. Jesus. Well, and I'm only drinking water.
At least now, I mean, my sense of humor matches my basement.
Right. Yeah. Finally, you got that shit dealt with.
So yeah.
I was gonna say you are the Spock of our group. Dry humor.
So
yeah, but shit. Like life gets in the way. You got all the house stuff going on.
Oh good Lord.
World of shit going on here. TG, we all just got it's life. We got shit going on. Sorry. Thanks for waiting and tuning in. I don't know why we even say tuning in anymore. It's not a fucking radio show. Downloading. Thanks for downloading. How you doing? Welcome to the What the Hell podcast. We're back. How's it going? There you go. Anyway, well, so fill everybody in. You were dealing with the water leaking bullshit that wound up being a bigger fiasco than you anticipated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is primarily, I mean, the same issue anybody would deal with in the Northeast. At least around here, with winter and rain and blah, 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 and everything else, because it didn't rain that much in Vegas. Plus, we were on the second floor, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, everybody around here has eventually, unless, your place is like Fort Knox or, whatever the hell else, eventually has water issues in the basement. So we had a bunch, which required a drain system and a sump pump. But when they do that, they have to dig up a certain part of the entire perimeter of your basement. So for any of the finished areas in the basement, they dug out tile about a foot off the wall, had to jackhammer into the floor. They pulled up all the way around. If anything was covered with like drywall or whatever, had to cut it I think it's about 3 feet high. Mm-hmm. So really right now, if you're looking at our now we've put stuff to make it livable because it's like, okay. I mean, it's livable, doesn't look good right now because the walls are exposed, at least around some of the major areas. Mm-hmm. But it's at least dry.
Yep.
So now,
and hopefully we'll stay that way. Knock on wood.
But yeah, that's primarily that. So yeah, it's ugly because you're essentially, it's like somebody just kind of like went to the corner of the wall and about 3 feet up just went rah, like that, just pulled it off the wall.
Yeah.
But that was at least for, I think I call them weep holes, I think, something like that.
Okay.
So it's some kind of thing that helps, even if the walls do get a little bit of whatever, it'll direct it somehow. And that's why they do 3 feet off the floor. But yeah, for any of the finished areas that we had tile down here, now there's about a foot of it that's just a concrete perimeter that we'll have to eventually cover up.
Yep.
And then of course you got to think that you can't really do anything somewhat permanent as far as like doing whatever with the floor.
Right.
Because at some point, if something happens to the system or they need to, with the warranty, we need to have them come out for a service call, whatever it is, they're going to dig up the floor again.
Yep.
So you got to kind of go, all right. So if we did like just a sticky tile instead, because this is actual, like, like the ceramic, like they did with the grouting in between and all that.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't do that.
So yeah, we can't do that. So we'll have to cover it up somehow. And then
I do VCT because that shit's easy to replace.
Oh yeah.
Vinyl sticky tile, vinyl composite tile. That shit's easy to replace. You can just go, okay, sticky.
Yeah. So yeah, we may do something like that. And it's weird because sure, none of it's convenient. None of it, like I said, it looks like shit because they pulled shit off the walls. But I don't know, it also actually gives us the opportunity to, when we put stuff back up, to make it a little more us.
Yep. So you got a lot of work done on the outside though, so that's good. I saw those.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. Good God. The things that well, I didn't,
and you did, and you only took one board to the head. So
I did only take one board to the head. Oh, good God. Well, yeah, and that was just some of that with the outside. A lot of that was just for looks and whatever, because like I said, halfway through that side of the yard was cut off by fence posts, and there was a couple big bushes or whatever there. And as soon as we got the keys, first thing I did was started cutting everything down and digging it up, because I'm like, why would I cut that yard off halfway?
Yeah.
So I just opened it all the way back up. Actually, it was kind of funny because we had as I was discussing before we started recording, we had a little get together last night that I am still currently paying for. So if I looked a little verklempt, that's why.
Nice way of throwing verklempt in there.
Yeah, the verklempt is coming out of my pores, at least at this point, or something like that.
Yeah.
But so right now, if I want a can of pop, I have to go outside because they're all still in the coolers outside in the driveway.
Oh God!
Like, let me go get a drink. Let me go walk outside. It's like going to the outhouse. I'm like, go get a can of pop out in the driveway. And when I looked, because part of opening up the yard was planting grass. And this stuff actually grew really well. Actually, oddly enough, her dad was texting her the one day. He's like, I have no idea how you guys did it, but that grass, you have no right to be growing grass that well at the tail end of August for as hot and everything that it was. I'm like, look, I just poured the shit and watered it. That was it. If it came, but it's funny because that stuff now, I just cut the grass because I don't have my own mower, so I'm borrowing Dad's. Cut the grass on Thursday, and the new grass, all of the new stuff that we planted is about a good half-inch higher than all of the other grass. So the new grass is actually growing faster than all the other grass in the yard. So now, like, if you look out, you can almost visually, like, anybody who's walking around wouldn't be able to just look at it and possibly be able to tell, because it would just all look like grass. We know where it's at because we planted it. But now if you walk outside, now you can see there's like little strips and stuff all over the place for the grass growing a little bit faster. Like, you motherfucker. Couldn't have been better. I just fucking cut it like 40, like every other part of the yard is fine. Like, it's growing like it normally would. And I'm like, yeah, fucking stop being so good at your job. The fuck. Just borrow the damn mower 2 or 3 days ago. I don't want to fucking do it, because then I drive over to their house and I got to borrow the truck. Then I got to come over here. And since it's a third of an acre, I've got to spend about 2 to 2.5 hours just mowing it because it's a push mower. And then I got a weed trim. And I'm like, fuck. No,
yep.
Fucking grass growing faster. Quit it. I don't want to have to do this again like Monday.
Welcome to adulthood and property ownership.
Yeah. Wow.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's really weirdly is because it's about a week past about 3 months that we've been here. And it's weird too, because I keep looking at the place going, we did all this in 3 months? Because I mean, it really is kind of a drastic improvement. The patio
Yeah.
that was mainly her brainchild, and actually a lot of the work was done by her. The little with the concrete pavers right outside the door here. Like you look at it and it's like, wow, all right. I remember what it looked like before, with like the old driveway and the
Yep.
fence posts and all the other stuff. So it's decent little payoff. We actually put ourselves a little makeshift well because at least trying to clean up the yard. What we found on top of everything was just bricks on top of bricks on top of other bricks, buried with more bricks. And so, what do you do with those? Well, you make yourself with a construction adhesive. You make yourself a fire pit.
There you go.
So we made ourselves a fire pit, which actually got its inaugural. I think that's the word.
Yep.
That's it. Inaugural.
Exactly.
Inaugural voyage last night. We actually lit some stuff in it. And it turned out pretty good.
Very nice. Very nice.
I had a moment real quick because of course I'm not typically the like very handy as far because I've never had that need.
Yeah.
Like dad in their house, obviously for over the years and them fixing it up and doing whatever, he's learned, pipe doing, but he was a lineman for Ohio Edison. So he's known electric, he's done plumbing stuff, he's done, all of these different things. I typically have never had to do those.
Right.
So I'm not that I couldn't be as handy. I never had the need as much as he did.
Right.
So when we were putting the fire pit together, I was going over to the house, I might have been dropping the lawn stuff back off. And I have no idea why the thought popped in my head, not a goddamn clue. But I remember because we put the fire pit together, we used the construction adhesive, and I'm driving and I'm going, all of a sudden I went, is construction adhesive flammable? Fuck, did we just because you go, okay, well, yeah, you wouldn't think because for its purpose and everything, but I'm like, shit, did we actually just put that together with the wrong thing where we're going to light this for the first time? And not that it'll explode, but all of a sudden everything will just crumble because the shit melts or something like so I'm just driving fuck, fucking parties tomorrow. What how the hell are we going to do if we can't use this fucking fire pit that we just put together? And I get over to the house and I'm talking to dad and he's like, yeah, that's exactly what you're supposed to use. I'm like, oh, all right, never mind then. But well, because you play those things in your head.
Yeah, for sure.
You're not sure if this stuff. I mean, again, it's construction adhesive, so I'm assuming buildings, brick, whatever it's typically used for, would have some kind of withstanding heat thing to it. You would think. Which I assumed. I just didn't know it, and I'm driving, going, is this thing just gonna whole thing gonna catch on fire when we light it, and then we're not gonna be able to do shit with it? And no, we were fine.
It's gonna be an accelerant. One spot's burning hotter than the rest.
Typical overthinking. So, But
but again, you got a lot of stuff done. You made it yours. Yeah, some of it sucks, but
it's coming along.
All good. Very cool.
There's still, at least, even with the the disappointment as you're kind of looking around and looking at the walls or whatever, it's still that reassurance that well, I mean, we shouldn't be dealing with water like we did before, so that we can at least start putting the livable areas back together, the couch and the TV and all that other stuff set up so people can actually hang out down here. It doesn't look good, but if you don't like it, then don't come down here.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's about it. But yeah, that is
breathe. That's all you can do.
Oh yeah, so.
Not too much going on here. Kind of the same old type of poop. Just a little bit, even though it's gonna mess up the bottom, but dealing with more shit. I won't disclose onto the podcast, but made my shit earlier this year look like nothing.
Oh fuck yeah, that's
it's been hot as fuck here in Texas.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, because you guys like Florida would have the heat plus the humidity.
Yep. And then fucking no rain, right? Just barely getting rain. So that whole problem with the grass growing at different fucking speeds, I don't have that at all.
I still remember the when you and the wifey came up here one of the first times, and your wife was so surprised at how green everything was.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah. And all of us are going yeah, it's always green. What are you talking about?
Yep.
Not realizing, obviously, yeah, in a situation like yours in Texas, you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
We got green and brown. I mean, they
Yeah.
you guys don't really, in that area, you never dealt with um that much drought or anything like that. But we've got some form of drought every year. This year it's massive, and there's actual, every town's a little different, but there's actual watering restrictions. So people that are watering their lawns on and the wrong, it's based on your house number. It's certain amount of time, a certain number of days a week, and right now I think it's the maximum of 2 for like 20 minutes. But yeah, you can get in fucking legal trouble uh, for
Wow.
for for watering your lawn outside of the time, because like our reservoir where we get our water is only like 38% full.
Well, that almost reminds me, even the stories about like with Lake Mead for Vegas and all that,
Yeah.
where that whole, that level is down historically, and well, and it's primarily the same, almost the same kind of landscape, because
Yep.
even living there for that year, everything's brown.
Yep.
Everything's got those stucco panel like roofs. Every building is beige. Just kind of everything was always like it's weird because obviously you've got now, you've got the strip and everything, which is always lit up and always, active and blah blah blah. But you get out into the city and it was like, no, even for people with expensive houses, like everything, like there's no personality
Yeah.
because you can't. So
uh just that kind of climate requires it, though.
oh yeah, oh
Between
yeah,
Vegas and Arizona and New Mexico and all that, I mean, it
oh
is
yeah,
it
yeah.
is what it is. But so yeah, that's all that's really gone on here. Yeah, it's hot, it's dry, um life-changing events going on, uh, dealing with all that, and all
Oh
that.
yeah.
So that's why I haven't had consistent episodes. What the hell? Sorry, but that's life. It is what it is. But
Look,
that be
everybody needs a hobby. So if we can't do it consistently, bud, people, you gotta find stuff to do. You
yeah,
can go hug somebody, or you could
you
go
could
outside,
you
or
could do something that none of you fuckers have done yet, which is just send an email that says hi,
you could not be lazy twats.
drop a couple of comments on the YouTube videos. You could do that,
Yeah. I
fuckers.
mean, there's so many things you could do and so many things you could be, and you're none of them because I,
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed in all of you. Come on, come on. Is it so much
So
to ask?
apparently, by the way, the email is what the hell podcast yahoo.com. It's not even that fucking hard to remember.
That is true.
Uh,
Apparently
so
you need to make it shorter and more easier to remember or something like that. Because
yeah, something.
I mean, it's not like the email address pretty much just says what the show is. I mean, come on, that's
I guess we have to get fancy and actually like make a website and all that shit and do all that.
I mean, you could.
Speaking of which, I have a remind me when we're done recording. I want to ask you something
Okay.
related to your profession.
Well,
But
at least lately my profession is fixing other people's
lately your profession is homemade handyman.
well, that too.
But
If I could get away from other people starting the ideas for projects but then never following through, where it ends up somehow in my lap, and I'm like,
oh yeah, that always fucking sucks.
great, as if I didn't have enough to do.
Apparently,
But
I think you don't. Jason will do it.
yeah, well,
He'll
yeah,
do anything.
when somebody's emailing you going, hey, is this taken care of? And I'm like, no, nobody has said shit to me. So now, one guy is 4 hours away in Harrisburg and he's doing his thing, which was his idea to do this thing. So he doesn't have to be accountable. All he's got to go is, it'd be great if we did this. And it involves this, and this.
Yeah.
like when he says it, it's not that it was actually assigned, but it was conversation was essentially him and all of us. We all agreed, but him and one of our other people to kind of organize and do whatever.
Mm.
And again, the gentleman who is in Harrisburg doesn't have to be accountable. All he gets to do is go, "Hey, this would be a great idea."
Great.
And
You should be in charge of that idea then.
yeah, and the other kid didn't handle it.
Oh, of course not.
So he didn't handle it or didn't handle it very well. And then we sent him, or yeah, well, him and somebody else, one of the other salespeople, were oddly enough just in Vegas because there was a trade show there that they were doing. So he was gone all week. And I'm like, oh yeah, we still had the thing, the thing that was a great idea. And
Yeah.
nobody's talked to other people about it or made arrangements or done the thing or whatever. And I've got to do graphics for it. And then all of a sudden now it's on, apparently I'm the one actually organizing this thing now. And I'm like, what?
There's no time for things while you're in Vegas. You know that.
Like I have other stuff to do.
No way.
So either way.
We know you just sit there at your desk and just twiddle your thumbs like, I wish I had something to do.
Yeah, so that's my job. That's all us graphic designers do.
Yeah. Case in point, right behind me.
Right. That's what I mean.
I'm a giant dork, so it's the logo, the what the hell logo is actually on my Apple Watch, and I've gotten a bunch of comments like that's fucking cool. I'm like, yeah, my brother did it.
He drew stuff.
Well, I'll just say it on here, because I'm on I got my hog water bottle here. My chapter's 25th anniversary, or 20th or 25th. Let me get clarification on the number. Is next year, so they were hoping someone, and I said, oh, that's because my brother has time, so don't feel obligated, but to design kind of a anniversary patch for that.
Oh yeah, it should be easy enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just need some details. I'll go from there.
Yeah, cool.
I figure since you're officiating our wedding, I might as well at least do something to work.
I am, and I'm
something
I'm
to
missing,
work for.
I'm missing the big chapter picnic that I usually do flip the burgers at.
Oh no.
But I was like, oh, because they scheduled it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to my brother's wedding, and I kind of have to be there. I'm the one marrying them. They're all just like, oh, okay. True. But so on that note too, something else. Today's show is all about something else you need to look forward to, because I've already been told by Kathy to have a conversation with you. So we're just going to do it right here on the show. And all the fun things that you and the other what the hellions that are male get to look forward to. For you, it's next year. For others, it's other years. But all the fun shit that happens to you when you turn 50.
Yeah.
And the first thing, let me just tell you, it's unnerving. It really is unnerving, especially when you've got, for most of our lives, we go to one doctor, and then now it's this specialist and that specialist and everything I had going on with my surgery and all that. But it seems like every damn appointment and every damn doctor, regardless of the specialty, wants to do something with your butt after you turn 50.
Sounds about right.
This one wants to check your prostate. This one says you need a colonoscopy. This one over here. It's all about your a-hole after you turn 50.
Yeah.
You know what? So, practice your sphincter pucker, because it's coming, buddy. Let me just tell you.
Yep. Yeah.
It's unnerving. And the funny part was, at least the nurse practitioner that I see at my urologist office has like a personality about it, because it was actually funny.
Oh, yeah.
It was actually funny. Like, went there one time, they're like, okay, well, you're coming up on this, and have you had your prostate checked? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not mentally prepared for that today. She's like, well, you need to mentally prepare for it next time.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and then, I actually had the blood, there's a blood test you can do now. And then the next time I came in, I had the blood test, and she was like, okay, well, then in that case, I don't need to put my finger in your butt. And I'm like, okay, great. Because she's like, were you mentally prepared? I'm like, you remembered. And she's looking at other stuff, and she's like, we're talking about something, and I forgot what came up. She's like, okay, well, based on all that, can I please put my finger in your butt? And I just started laughing. I'm like, oh my God, okay, fine, let's just get it over with. Uh, you know,
Yeah, anybody who does it to me is going to have a personality because I can't. Yeah, if I'm already there and you're already the old, what is the old scene from like the movies where the guy's doing this and then the glove snaps and
oh
they,
yeah.
you know and yeah, you have to
Which
have.
one was that? Was that Fletch, where he's doing that and lubing it, and he's back there singing, and Chevy
See, now I
Chase's
gotta
like, you're
read
using the whole hand, Doc. What the hell? Breathe easy. But it's always something. It's always something about your butt once you turn 50 when you go to the doctor. I'm sorry. Warning: if you're guys, if you're listening to this and you're in your 20s, it's coming.
Oh yeah,
It's coming.
yeah.
You better hope that they have a blood test now, but they still want to check. So
I'd say get into that sort of kink early because I mean, once you turn 50, you got no choice anymore.
so I thought I would share my misery with everybody, because with all that going on, I was convinced, and I probably need to anyway, but tomorrow I'm having my screening colonoscopy. That's
Yay!
right. I get to go, and they're going to shove a camera up my ass.
Well, just in a situation like that, just be glad it's just a camera.
Right? I mean, first of all, thank God they like knock you out for this shit, because
Oh well, yeah.
you would have to.
Well, and part of it you kind of want to go like, I mean, okay, if you already got the camera, can you put like a brush on it or something and kind
Well, no,
of
don't need that. Based on what I'm about to tell you, you don't need a brush.
oh, all
No,
right.
So
All right.
that's the worst part. Like, I can, because they're going to put me to sleep, and I don't have to feel any of this. I'm fine with the test. I get it. I need it. Da, da, da. But for 1 minute, if they're going to be like, yeah, you're going to be awake for this. Fuck no, I'm not. No. Mm-mm. No.
I
I
bet it.
was I was so uncomfortable with just this lady's finger. With that, it's a finger. It's that long.
Oh yeah.
This thing is like going up and around and over and then back down again. No. Hell
No.
no. I do not want to be aware. I don't want to remember. I'm not watching the video afterwards. None of that.
Unless there's special effects to it.
Right?
You turn a corner, and there's a little video of some guy like, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
Right. The construction workers and shit.
Or what
But
was the one on Futurama with the worms?
oh yeah, oh God, I forgot about that one.
Oh yeah, yeah. So there you go.
But like okay, so I can live with the fact that I have to do this thing, right? Okay, it's got to get done, blah 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 blah. Okay. And then, when I was telling a buddy of mine, I'm like, yeah, I got an appointment, I got to do this. This motherfucker looks at me and literally tells me, he's like, yeah, I woke up during mine.
Oh,
I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
oh no.
He's
Oh
like, no,
no.
no, I woke up. I'm like, please tell me they put you back out again really quick. He's like, yeah, they did. But I'm like, no, I don't want to, don't fucking tell him. I don't want to know. No. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Wow.
Like, just, imagine, because everyone reports it being the best sleep of your life, right? When you're under anesthesia, right?
Oh
You're,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
you're having the best sleep of your life. You're out cold, and then there's something in my butt. You wake up and there's something in your butt. No.
Why do I feel like a lollipop? What is happening?
So there's the mental thing, like, okay, I gotta have this colonoscopy, you know, I gotta have this
Oh
camera in
yeah.
my butt, whatever. Okay, fine. Because I'm gonna be out and I'm not gonna feel it. And then he says something like that, which messes with you. And then you go to the doctor, you know, for the
It's always
pre-work.
worse when it's always worse when it's a story like that that's directly related to like what you're, you know,
Yeah.
like if somebody's just telling that story like you weren't going to get one tomorrow, it's different.
Yeah.
But like you're already talking about the fact that it's happening, and like, oh hey, guess what? And like, no,
Funny coincidence. Let me tell you
yeah,
about mine.
yeah. So,
No, no.
God,
Mm. So I go to the doctor for, you know, the pre-check-in and all that. And, you know, it's like, okay, this is why we're doing it. And here's all your paperwork. Here's blah, blah, blah. Right. And so I got to tell you, the prep work, I'm,
mm,
I'm, I'm more
mm,
disgruntled, disjointed, just generally like, oh God, hell no,
mm.
over this prep work. Because they, you know, you always hear the stories about they give you some nasty thing to drink, and right,
Oh yeah,
it's got
yeah.
to clean you out. So number one, you know, automatically that you gotta clean out the inside so they can see everything the way they're supposed to, because they,
Oh yeah.
you know, if there's something there, they take the sample during and all that shit. Okay, fine. But so they don't mind, my doctor, excuse me, it's not like a nasty whatever liquid that they used to give that everyone, I guess, would throw up or whatever. She gives me this sheet of prep work,
Oh
right?
no.
So the day before your colonoscopy, item number one, and again, fuck this,
Mm.
clear liquid diet all day. So I
Mm,
can
vodka's
have
clear.
I can have water, I can have coffee without anything in it, I can have popsicles without fruit pieces in it, I can have jello, beef broth, chicken broth. I can't fucking eat anything. Let me just tell you right now, I'm fucking starving. It's 4:13 Central Time as we're recording this. I'm fucking hungry.
Uh-huh.
But we're not even really getting started yet. I'm
No, of
already
course not.
fucking hungry. And I won't be able to eat until probably 11 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm reading further. Clear liquid diet. Go buy the following items for your prep: 64 ounces of Gatorade, Powerade, anything but red or purple,
Okay.
package of Dulcolax tablets, and 2 bottles of Miralax. Already, I'm not even going further in the instructions. I'm going,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, my ass is already tired. Just reading this, I'm going, okay.
Literally.
So in 45 minutes, it's 4:14 Central Time as we're recording this. In 45 minutes, you, this is so fucking overkill, dude. Okay, look. In 45 minutes at 5 o'clock, I have to take 3 Dulcolax tablets, which, let's be real, is probably going to clean out any normal human being.
Uh-huh.
Right? And you watch like comedians that have gone and had this done, and they're describing what I'm about to go through, and I'm fucking hungry on top of it. Fuck this.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the night before I had fucking surgery to have a kidney removed, I could eat till midnight. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. It was clear liquid diet that day too. Never mind. I stand corrected. 5 p.m. I have to take 3 Dulcolax, which, okay, that just means that at some point as that stuff gets processed, I start shitting myself. At 2 hours later at 7, I'm supposed to take one full bottle of the Miralax and mix that with 64 ounces of clear liquid, aka, and they prefer a Gatorade, a Powerade, something like that. And I'm supposed to drink half of that, 32 ounces. Now, I'm not supposed to sip it, right? They want it all gone within 30 minutes.
Jesus.
Okay, we're still not done. We're still not done. So I've already so we're talking three fucking Dulcolax tablets. Now we're talking, half a bottle of Miralax mixed in with some Gatorade. And so I'm going, okay, at that point, the rest of my evening is going to be spent sitting on the toilet, standing up, and then going, nope, not done. Sitting down, and then standing up, going, nope, not done, and then sitting back down. I probably shouldn't be more than 6 inches away from a toilet from about 6 o'clock tonight on.
I was going to say, I was trying to see what was behind you when you were recording. I'm like, you're in the bathroom already?
No, I'm not, because I don't have to start this for another 45 minutes.
Okay. All right.
And then
it's never bad to be prepared.
And then it says 8 hours before your procedure to drink the other half of the Gatorade Miralax concoction. Now, I had asked, because I have a standing Monday meeting, on Microsoft Teams I have to get on. I had asked for a Monday afternoon appointment. And it even says on the instructions, this may mean waking up early in the morning, but really does a good job of making sure that your colon is prepared for the camera. And I'm thinking to myself, so people are waking up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever, to down more shit-inducing juice. Fortunately, I have to be, I guess they didn't listen or whatever. I have to be there at 7:30. So 5 p.m., 3 Dulcolax tablets, 2 hours, 2 hours later, half of this mixture. And then 8 hours before 7:30 is 11:30 tonight. The rest of it. So
sounds about right.
On top of it all, let's just surmise. Let's just surmise this whole thing. I'm getting a camera shoved up my butt. I'm taking enough fucking laxative to clean out a goddamn elephant.
Yes.
And I don't get to fucking eat. Yes. Fuck, this shit sucks.
Yes.
And I can't wait till you have to go through it.
Yeah, well.
Because I'm a jerk.
Yeah, well, fuck off, because I still got some time.
You do have some, but as much as Kathy is up your butt about taking care of yourself, you still haven't gotten the physical.
I still have not.
4 years she's been bugging you to get a physical.
Yeah, I still don't have a primary care physician here. We just got back. I didn't have one in Vegas. I have not gotten one since I got back. So it's always funny, like when you sign up for the company doing anything with like the health insurance and all that. Yeah. You got to put the thing down, and I'm like, I don't have one. So,
how everyone will give you, especially if you're dealing with bad news, they'll give you the platitude. Well, everything happens for a reason.
Oh God, I fucking hate that thing.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah, I've never been a fan.
But given the situation, I firmly believe that I went through what I went through the latter part of last year and earlier this year to be prepared for what now is going on. And yes, I'm being vague on purpose with the hell, because it's none of your fucking business. But Jason knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. We might actually have shared it if you guys weren't lazy twats, but you are. So give and take.
But given how the timing of mine, right, was, and then being able to change our health insurance options because we were afraid of what I had going on, which turned out not to be. I'm going, yeah, I went through this so that when this happened to her,
Oh yeah,
we
yeah.
would be okay.
No, yeah, it's well, and again, even with that, there's still it's just like so vague. The whole thing, everything happens for a reason.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Now
and that and
even
when you're trying to get a job you really want and you don't get it, and someone says, "Well, everything happens for a reason." Yeah, you're about to get punched in the face because you fucking said that.
there you go.
You know what I
Once
mean? I
again,
mean,
give and take, people, give and take.
cause and effect.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the whole fucking long speech in the Matrix 2 from the French guy? Causality, cause
Yeah.
and effect.
Yep.
So I'm doing my damnedest to keep my stomach full of water so that it doesn't reach out and fucking try and kill me because I'm so goddamn hungry. And water is one of the clear liquids I can have.
See, it's one of those things because now it's one of the what is the I can almost picture it as the like when somebody goes blind or whatever and they say your other senses pick up,
Mm,
pick up the slack. There we go.
yeah.
I'm going like, liquid diet and whatever else, and all of a sudden, gee, wouldn't it just make sense that like all of a sudden your sense of smell, you're walking through and be like, are the neighbors having paella?
Yeah, I can fully identify what everybody on this block is having for dinner.
Like, who the fuck is having ribs tonight? And then if you can do that, if you have that, then you've got the old Looney Tunes thing of like the pie trail where you're just
Oh
like
yeah,
floating through the air right to somebody's window.
yeah.
Guys,
Oh,
this
I
ribs look good. You guys having something good tonight?
I am not looking forward to any of this, but
No.
it is what it is. Get it over with. But yeah, I just man, the amount of shit inducing chemicals that I'm about to intake is a little scary. And I'm going, couldn't I just go to Taco Bell?
Well, I mean, then you would have less control over how fast it came out.
Right. And yeah, you gotta wonder, why do we do that to ourselves? Like, for example,
Oh,
I I I love Chipotle. I think Chipotle is fucking delicious.
oh yeah, I'm a big
When
fan.
they get the giant fucking burrito, and the way they cook everything, it's fucking delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Agreed.
my go-to is typically white rice, black beans, the barbacoa, because the fucking barbacoa is delicious. Um, the red hot salsa,
Mm. Yeah, that one's too much for me.
sour cream and extra cheese.
Okay.
And I know, number one, because the cheese is phenomenal. But I know, even though that red hot salsa is hot, I like it hot. I know what that red hot salsa does to me.
Oh yeah.
And because I've tried an experiment, because I'll get the medium salsa. I'm not a big fan of pico. I'm raw tomatoes just don't thrill me, especially chunked up like that. So, and the corn one, I'm like, so I'll get the medium one, and I don't have the same effect. But the red hot salsa that I really like, mixed with everything, it works really, really well. Causes me gastrointestinal distress, like I'm about to have.
Mm-hmm.
But yet I still do it anyway.
Of course.
Why do we do that to ourselves, knowing damn well that we're going to pay
Well,
for it later?
And it's to me, there's only a difference because like it's different for things like that salsa at Chipotle and whatever else, because those aren't that like over ridiculous, like okay, watching like the hot ones on First We Feast where they're doing the hot wings and all that.
Yep.
It's like, okay, all right, a hot salsa here and there. Okay, you're eventually going to, what mine was always the people that just eat something hot for the sake of eat, like the one chip challenge. And I'm like,
No.
why? Like, why? I don't understand. Like, I'm not knocking anybody who did it. I'm not knocking anybody who enjoys it. I'm just going, I don't understand
You're going,
because
not it. Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, that's that weird, like, quick difference that at least I think from even what you're talking about, where it's like, okay, that salsa from Chipotle, sure, it's spicy and everything, but it's not doing it just for the sake of eating something hot. Like,
Yeah.
it's with everything mixed, it's like it's really good and you
Yeah.
enjoy it, and whatever else. Those kind of things, you make that compromise to go, okay, I know I'm gonna not possibly enjoy this later, but it's so good.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like,
Yeah.
doing it for the sake of doing it. I'm like, no.
No, and that's it. You're willing to put up with the aftermath because the first part of it is that good.
But yeah, oh God, I'm like, no. And again, I mean, there are plenty of people out there who have built up tolerances to be able to do things like that, like whether it's the one chip challenge or whatever else. Because even there was a friend of my ex's that her, their family just ate stuff spicy.
Yeah.
So making something spicy for them wasn't that indifferent than you or I just getting like a medium salsa.
Mm-hmm.
Again, okay, you work up a tolerance. Okay, sure, you enjoy it, all that kind of thing. It was always the one that I didn't understand, is when you do it and you're doing it specifically because you know you're going to be in pain. You're like, no,
No, see that's the point where you got to draw the line for me. I love spicy food. You give me, obviously I'm in Texas, so good Mexican food, the Chipotle, all that kind of stuff. I like Indian food, all that, but I like it to have flavor.
Oh
I,
yeah,
I'm okay with the heat. I'm sure make it spicy, but like you compared it to the Hot Ones, right? Which is a great show.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
My ultimate favorite one is the one where he's got Dave Grohl, and Dave Grohl gets him fucking drunk during the interview. It's
Oh, they were doing
so
shots,
good. Yeah, they're doing shots of Crown.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But by the end of the fucking episode, you can tell that Sean Evans is fucked up, and Dave's like, "You're fucking drunk, dude."
Uh-huh.
But like, I have I have no desire, and I love hot wings. I am a hot wings fan,
Oh yeah.
but I have zero desire, and nor will I ever try the bomb, because that's
Oh
where
yeah.
everybody on that show loses their shit.
And there's that difference too, because like pretty much every single person, at least for the episodes that I've watched, I don't know if it's for every actual single episode, but every person just kind of goes like, okay, that's just hot. Like,
Yeah, that doesn't even taste good.
yeah, because you'll have at least a couple, like, early on, where somebody will bite into something like, oh wow, this is really good. And
Yeah,
it's like the first one they start out with is that Hot Ones, the chili maple, or
yeah,
whatever. I'm like, okay, all of those are good.
it's
And
good. It's spicy, but it's good. Yeah,
yeah, every single person, when they get to the bomb, they're like, that no, that it's not really good. It's just hot.
yeah,
Like, there's like,
just
and no,
insanely hot.
well, that's kind of, I mean, there's always a bottle of Frank's Red Hot in my fridge.
Frank's
Because
Red Hot is the shit.
yeah, because Frank's Red Hot, because I thought there was an article I read. This was like years ago, but it was one of those where it had won some kind of thing, as far as some kind of contest or whatever. And the consensus was like, it's the better combination of heat and flavor, like
Agreed.
actually putting them together.
I agree with that 1,000,000%. And when I first got to Texas, you couldn't get Frank's Red Hot down here.
Oh,
It wasn't down here. Now, I mean, now it's everywhere.
oh yeah,
And
yeah,
once I think once it got out there that the original inventors of the buffalo wing said, yeah, it's Frank's Red Hot and butter
oh yeah,
is all
yeah,
the sauce is. And now they've got a multitude of different sauces. They've got Frank's
yeah.
Red Hot wing
Oh yeah.
sauce.
Well, and even some of their other ones, even because they actually, they did their own buffalo. They've gotten, it was what, that kind of Thai, not a Thai chili, but I can't remember exactly what it was. But there's a couple of them out there, and all of them are good.
Yep. And now and I love, every now and then we'll see a commercial for them, and says, I put that shit on everything. I
Oh
love it.
yeah.
I think it's great because I do. I mean,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
uh, I've heard some people think it's weird. Some people are with me on it, but trust me, Frank's Red Hot on spaghetti is fucking awesome.
Oh, I always put it on spaghetti. every time.
So good.
Every single time. Yep.
You're going hot sauce on spaghetti. Fucking try it. Shut up and try it. We're not talking Tabasco. Frank's Red Hot. You all know what the fuck I'm saying. Try it. Just do it.
Like now. Like try it now.
Yeah. Make spaghetti tonight. Get your Frank's Red Hot.
Try it now. When you email the podcast, because even though you're not, but do it with a photo of the spaghetti and Red Hot. Otherwise,
yes. Otherwise, we won't believe you. We'll think you're lazy twat liars. Lazy lying twats.
Right.
If we wanted to do alliteration, it'd be lazy lying labias.
Oh wow, that's actually.
The look on your face was great.
Actually, yeah, all right. I support that.
For some reason that popped into my head, and I was thinking about that Big Bang Theory episode where Raj is ragging on Stan Lee because everyone's alliterated. You know, Peter Parker, Doctor Doom, Reed Richards, Fantastic Four, Finn, Fang, Foom. He's doing the whole fucking episode that way. And I'm like, lazy lying labia sounds pretty good.
That actually does. That's pretty good. I support that.
Oh. So yes, I'll be going here, cutting off for too long. It's now 4:32. So in 30 minutes, we'll begin my gastrointestinal distress. I've had three lime popsicles.
Good choice.
I'll probably go have my fourth because I don't, and of course, what is it about forbidden fruit syndrome, right? You don't want something till you're told you can't have it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Right? And I'm looking at the leftover pizza in the fridge, and I've got what else have I got around here? I've got some Cheez-Its that look pretty fucking good, and and it's just like forbidden fruit syndrome because you can't fucking have it. It makes you want it more.
Well, it's not that indifferent than like when you go to the grocery store and you're hungry. You're like, I only came here for like avocados or something like that, and you end up like
$300
going like this because you're like, I mean, yeah, I even had a Twinkie and got up, but all right, here's one there, and there's an entire box of Reese's bars, and it's like, son of a bitch.
A giant fucking thing of pickles in the fridge, and I'm going, what a pickle? I want a pickle.
I support that.
Fucking we've always got pickles in the house. Always. But we're now at the point where we like two different kinds. Steph really likes the Vlasic, and those have been my mouth's watering thinking about fucking pickles. God damn it.
Talking about Chipotle and pickles, and all of a sudden
I found these other ones, and it's the fun part is it's a lottery, because there'll be times, and what I don't like about Vlasic is even in their giant jars, the pickles in them are small. They're like that. Right? Well, this other company down here that makes the pickle beer is made with their stuff. They're the ones I brought you. They've got the giant jar that's plastic, and their fucking pickles are, they're good. They're good sized pickles. They're a fucking pickle.
Yeah.
Now you're playing the lottery because the last couple jars I've had, the one I got right now is great. Good bold pickle flavor. The one I had before this still had the good bold pickle flavor, but someone got a little heavy with the salt.
Oh yeah.
And that one, so it still got it, but then you're like, oh, okay, it's very salty.
Eat it with a drink. Eat it with a glass of water, just in case.
Still tasty, but it was like super fucking salty, like to the point where you're going, not where you're going, man, this is off. I don't know what it is. It's going, shit, that's a lot of salt.
Mm-hmm. Actually, we just had a thing with some friends this one last weekend, and one of the guys there is a pickle enthusiast. So I actually took him 2 cans of the Best Made.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
I gave him that. Plus, I also showed him that picture, the one you sent me, where they had the bread and butter.
Oh, all the different ones. I've still got some of those left.
Because I told him as we were thinking about it, because he had one that was by a company called Urban Artifact.
Okay, yeah.
They actually did their own series where they did like a Chicago relish, a bread and butter, their regular pickle beer and everything. But and again, Urban Arts, they make a good beer, but theirs to me is more just like a cucumber beer with dill in it. Like
Now you got to go heavier with that. I don't want. I want to taste dill. I want to taste pickle. I don't want to taste fucking
that's what I mean.
cucumber.
Like, the best made actually has like, okay, it's like somebody just made a beer out of pickle juice. And you're like,
Yep.
okay, that's a pickle beer. Which again, like, I'm not knocking Urban Artifact. They make good beer. And actually their pickle beer is good. It just doesn't say pickle.
It's not pickly enough.
Yeah, it doesn't say pickle enough. It just says like you get more cucumber out of it with like it's like a cucumber when like somebody puts some dill in it. And you're like,
Yeah.
still good. It's still good.
Yeah.
Not the same as the best made stuff. So when I was
No.
showing him the picture, I said, well, I don't know if Sean's flying or driving up, but I don't know. One of those big packs of the bread and butter pickle and the Bloody Mary pickle beer and all that. Boy, that'd be a great wedding gift.
I am flying.
Damn it.
I am flying. So that would be a tough one.
Jerk. I'll see if I can buy it online.
That might work.
I mean, it might. I don't know. Well, it's kind of along the same things as like, so when we went to Florida last December, we're walking around the Harry Potter thing. I can't remember the name of the place. It's like whatever street or I'm not a Harry Potter. We were
But you're at Diagon Alley.
Yeah. And we're in line to get some butter beers.
Yep.
Well, line's kind of long, obviously. Everybody can. So I'm just kind of standing there and I look to my right and I kind of go, are you fucking serious? They got the tall, like regular cans of original Strongbow.
Oh yeah, you told me about this. Yeah.
So at the same place where we were hanging out with those friends, well, one of the others that was joining us, they own a little like beer store over in PA. So I asked her because I'm going like, okay, if they have it there, unless it's some kind of special deal that Disney has with somebody, like then you've got to be able to get it, still get it somewhere in the U.S. Yeah. And from talking to her, she said that like, yeah, I mean, there was still it's not as many or something along the lines as not as many people you can get it from because whoever she was getting it from can't get it anymore or doesn't do it or something like that. And I'm like,
right.
Son of a bitch. So now, okay, so now I got to get on thing and find where I can buy original Strongbow online. And now I got to get the thing for the best made stuff. So, yeah, going to be a lot of beer shipments to the house.
There you go.
Well, that was the joke about the original time when I got the Strongbow for the first time. When they redid it, when it was that same friend, I had her bring it in. It was the same one that I asked last weekend. And from talking to her, she originally got it. I got 4 cases.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
And that was when I posted a picture and a buddy of mine went, did you just spend $430 on cider? And I'm like, you're fucking right, I did.
That's what you do.
And I will do it again. At some point, I will do it again. But, oh yeah.
Very nice. All right. On that note, we're going to wrap it up because I got 20 minutes.
Oh, well, you got to prepare. Colon blow.
Just let your colon blow. God.
Yeah, there you go. I can go see if you wanted to wrap it up. I can go see if I can find TJ in the closet over there to. What do we do? I don't know. That's
need to get like one of those little flat Stanley flat TJs or whatever.
Yeah.
One of us is in here.
See, that's what we'll do. We'll get a cutout. So like when one of us can't be here, somebody else can go like, I mean, come on, give me a break. Like TJ wouldn't love that for some time that I couldn't make it.
I'll just bring in my little.
Yeah, see?
Oh, wait. If we're going to do TJ, then I got to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there you go. He's been quiet for a while.
Ah! Oh, well, thanks for tuning in and fucking tuning in. There I go again. Thanks for downloading and realizing what I got to go through tomorrow.
Fun. Should be a really interesting title for the episode today.
Yeah. What the hell is up with colonoscopy preparation?
what what the hell is up with stuff and going in and out of your butt?
I think that's a better title. I'm going to go with that one.
I don't know.
And then people can rag on me all they want, but next Saturday, so 6 days from the time we're recording this, I'll be sitting in a Nickelback concert.
I would go. I mean, for some of the stuff that I like, yeah, I mean, they're not one of my favorites, but yeah, I've enjoyed a Nickelback tune here and there.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. So, all right, well, let's wrap it up. What do you got for them?
Well, with the absence of Senor Pushbroom, I will start with my own, which is stay classy, insert your hometown here, but also be good to each other, people.
You heard them. Do it.
Fucking do it now.
And send us an email. whatthehellpodcast@yahoo.com.
Yeah, do it, and then send us photo proof that you followed the assignment.
That's right. Homework.
Fucking do your homework.
Do it. Thanks for downloading. We'll catch you up.